章から始めるつもりだったんですが、もしかしたら4章の頭から、いやでも途中セーブ入ってたし、こっからか。
My leg.
チャプターが切り替わってなかったからかな。前回までのあらすじみたいな感じになっちゃってる。
Light. At last.
5章リバーサイド病院。ここから始めていきます。ピアースとブラッドリー巡査は侵入者を追ってホーキンス邸真下の地下洞窟網に入る。ここはカルトの秘密の集会所。チャールズ・ホーキンスが執り行う奇妙な儀式を目撃した。ブラッドリーが逮捕を試みるが、体がさまざまな変異を呈するホーキンスによって内臓を抜き出された。逃走を図ったピアースは落盤に巻き込まれる。重傷でリバーサイド病院に運ばれた。ロードが長くて間が持たないんじゃ。1分以上ロード。よし行こう。国際色の注射液。しかもあんな勢いで入れたら痛いなんて思ってないと思うんだけどな。
He's having a seizure.
He will survive. Strong subject.
明らかに何らかの実験が行われていますね。
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps.
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
Your dad, he killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too. We were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No.
実際あんな聞くもんなんかね。はい。
What happened to me? Where am I?
精神病患者の収容所みたいなとこですね。
This foul gas again.
ガスが充満しておる。特にあれかな。
Please. I don't want him to find me.
おっと、重要なところ見てなかったかもしれない。今正面の生かした壁紙の収容所から一人連れてかれましたね。まあやることないんで。ディバイアさんというのがこの声の主。海の化け物という意味合いでもディバイアさん使われるのですが、何を隠そうクトゥルフの化身の一つにこのディバイアさんという超巨大な海の生物がおるんですね。最初にプレイした時気づかなかったけど、ここでもうディバイアさんの名前が出てんのか。なんとなく知ってる人間からしたらネタバレもいいところだと思うんだけどな。
But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awaken and free me.
私を解放するのだ。
You there. Wake up. Come on, stand up. We don't have much time. Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible. And as inexpensively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood.
ではこの収容所から脱出を図りたいのですが、その前にポイント。目星。オカルトが順調にオカルトが上がってってるね。あまり 正気度は下がってるね。3チェック失敗してんか。はい、チャールズ・ホーキンスの人物紹介が更新されました。で、先ほどのマリー・ゴールデン、手がかり、知識はあまり変わってないですね。
What does this mean?
最初、この再現モード、
Sarah.
サラ・ホーキンス。
What did he write about the painting?
で、
What did they inject him with?
注射器。
Am I in an asylum? Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors.
サラ・ホーキンスが彼と会ってたらしいですね。あとはこれか。
In his eyes, this symbol must have some protective virtues.
ここにいた何者かが何か知ってるみたいですね。冒涜的なサムシング。まあ飽きませんわな。
Poor wretch.
I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. Keep them in this terrible place.
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, Trevor, do not listen carefully at the law.
彼女は上に連れてかれたようですね。
Yes, Doctor.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
役に立たん。ちなみにここに隠れられるんですが、彼は閉所恐怖症なので産地が下がります。
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
こちら
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us
リ
touching
ー
the
ンが
pressure
できる
valve.
ということです。
As you want. I'm going to see if there are sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will you?
無能つ
And above all, leave the wheel
これ
where
が
they
です
are.
ね。医学にポイントが追加されます。
Control wheel to mount on a plumbing system. 話し声がやんだ。どっかから見られてる。ちら。 Locked.
ここは開かない。なんとかして入り口付近にいる したい。
Good God. What could this machine be used for?
ということなので、
This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity.
この電気を
Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine?
あれやこれやして
Have I activated anything?
なんやかんやできそうですね。でこのコードをたどっていけば先ほどのスイッチがこちら、これ視線切ったら結構追いかけてこないでその場にとどまるんでね。
It's locked.
開かない。
The green gas leaves from here and it runs through the
は
whole
い、先ほ
building.
どの発電どうですか。はい、ダメみたいですね。
This padlock is too complicated for me.
国宛てのメモ。どうやらガス管が壊れているということですの
Now
で、
for the next step.
このガスを
It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands. The duct. This valve controls the pressure.
圧力を上げて施設中にガスを噴射してやろうというものですね。ある程度いやー、頭っちゃうな。ければ鍵開けがな 35% だからほぼほぼ失敗するんだよね。
This padlock is too complicated for me.
おっと、無能の極みだな。この隙に にも何かしらありそうですが、この人がいるんでね、隠れながら。
The door is blocked on the other side.
で、巡回にこっち側までは来なさそう。
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape.
今のうちにハンドルゲット。消えたね。彼の後ろを通って向こうの部屋に侵入してみましょう。こっち向くなよ、こっち向くなよ。向こうを通ってえらいえらいえらい。よいしょ。で、さっきから
Scopolamine, morphine, opium. Nothing but common drugs.
で、医学書だけ、これだけ。これだけっぽいな。ゲノム併合物。おっと、いませんよ、誰もいませんよ。いるね。さっき手に入れた鍵で
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
開いたりはしないのか。
It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands.
いや、さっきここ鍵がかかってるって。
Done. Now for the others.
いいです。
The door is blocked on the other side.
目的はここ。はい、狭いところに行くと、ここから心臓が痛くなってしまいますんで。早く出なければいけない。はい。カッターをで、先ほど手に入れたハンドルを、前回は、発電機を回しまくって施設内の電力をショートさせてやったんで
This
すが、
lever must turn on the gas machine.
はい、
The piping
ガス
hasn't
で
burst. Not yet, anyway.
違う。上げて、上がってる。あら、ここか。俺が余計なことしたのか。OK。こっちも上がってる。OK。レッツゴー。
I've got to hide before the guards see me.
そうすると、はい。入り口前にいた彼らが、こちら、まんまと向こうに行きましたね。では、おさらばできない。お見せできませんでしたが、彼が正面の部屋から、移送されたフランシス・サンダースさんです。
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I
どこ
can't
に
go
も行けない。
anywhere.
あれに見つかっ
It'll
てし
find
まう
me like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
この時点で医学をプロにまで上げることできんの
You're
か。
Sanders, aren't you?
だいぶ見
I
逃し
heard
て
you
るってこと
from
だ
my
よ。
cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to
私は
restore
ナースとして
myself.
くれている
He
んで
wants to
す
give me
が、
back my eyes.
頭がおかしい
And
の
I
は
told
彼
you
だ。
that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a
呼び出す
revocation.
ではなく追い払う儀式だったと。
But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you.
運命によってあなたはここに閉じ込めた。
Or you won't be able to escape it.
あれに見つかってはいけない。見つかったら逃げられない。
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
はい、来ましたね。
Without
空
her,
に。
it's no longer possible to save me.
No! Sanders! What the hell?
何かがいる。
I got it.
サンチェックです。
Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
調べることはできない。 外に出なければ。
Damn! The gas! Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
巡査。ということでチャプター5はクリア。駆け足ですが、まあ一刻も早く収容所からは出たいですからね。全部くまなくやるとめちゃくちゃ時間がかかってしょうがない。ついに
Who goes there?
接触してきましたね。
That nightmare again. I need a drink.
何もここにやらなくても。いや、この声はっていうかサンチェックは失敗してますね。これ安定のまま突き抜けることはできねえのかな。とりあえず3ポイント1、2、3。これで調査は絶対振らないようにしよう。あと2ポイントで目星がマックスに。
You're awake, Mr. Pierce.
こんにちは。
How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our
助けてくれて。
Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
オカルトプロ。
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
なんか
And
いろい
what
ろと
brings you to that
見逃して
conclusion?
るみたいですね。
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
彼は地下での記憶を
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
彼は何人目のブラッドリー巡査なんでしょう。
I heard you talking.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, tools of all kinds.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
I met a Francis Sanders. You know him?
Of course. He's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
彼の主治医だったようですね。
Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
...まあ常識の中にいる人たちですからね。あれを言って
Sanders
も
started screaming and convulsing.
Convulsing?
しょうがないでしょう。
That doesn't fit with his history.
Then his body got all crooked.
What in God's name? And you were alone with him?
He accused Sarah Hawkins of being the culprit.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased.
辛く
We
て
don't
や
know
って
the
るか
bottom
も
of
しれ
it.
ない。奥さんに彼が死んだということを伝えるべきかどうか。尋常な死に方じゃないんだよね。ここは
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That
Okay,
seems
Snake.
wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
特になさそうなんで行きましょう。チャプター6サンダーステイ。このチャプターだったかな。このゲームにおいて貴重な敵との戦闘シーンがあります。多分ここ何回死ぬかわからんがね。まあまあまあ、このゲーム基本は謎解きなんでね。謎解きというかこう
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins.
本を読むような感じでストーリーを進めていく
You may.
感じなん
However,
でね。
before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself
ギャン
comfortable.
グの女ボ
It
ス。
would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Heisei ではないだろう、明らかに。いや、この状態の人に正直なことを言うのはちょっと怖いな。
We had a short conversation and then I left. I don't know what happened after that.
申し訳ない。
Oh, I see. Mr. Pierce, you must forgive my audaciousness. But I've had practice of life in high society for over 30 years. Reading one's interlocutors, recognizing the politeness of a lie, are things that are taught very early to young girls from a good family. But your lie has nothing polite about it. It is crass, insulting, and dare I say, terribly suspicious. Try to understand my position. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute. And right before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
あ、なるほどね。いや、話術の方に振ってないから余計怒らせるでしょう。どれ選んでも怒られそうな気がする。
So ask Fuller. He's the eminent doctor. But I would caution you. You'll find his treatments more terrifying than the illnesses he sets out to cure.
That churl no longer takes the trouble to receive me. He sends his secretary to tell me that I cannot see Francis.
フラー医師に対しても。
His own widow. He must think that I am a terrible wife for having abandoned him in such a way. But I only wanted what was best for him.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visit? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can't imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for a painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
で、ポイントは2ポイントもらったんで、目星を 100% に。いろいろと情報が開示されて、あ、一応この死亡っていう風に死んでる人は出てるんですね。で、フランシス・サンダースが亡くなりました。地下室で非業の死を遂げるずっと前から夫のことは諦めていたように見える。結構執着してるように見えたけどな。カルト集団。あんまりアイテムが拾えんかったね。
Did she really care for him after all?
彼女は彼のことを、ここにもあった。
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
これを初めて見る。明らかに。
A house of artists. A house of artists. Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
それまで絵を売ることができなかった。
A house of artists. He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
で、どうしてた。いやー、これもあるから嫌だな。
Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
なるほど。それはホーキンスに嫉妬。オカルトチェック。
The Shambler. I need to see it.
お、初めて見るな。なんかヒントノーヒントか、これもしかして。どうやらサラ・ホーキンスが描いた空鬼の絵がここに来た経緯、医学日誌、どうだったっけな。
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
オカルトアイテムですね。開かない。チェックすらできない。こっち行くとギャラリーだったような気がする。
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
フランシス・サンダースのシリンダー。この辺はもう覚えてないよな。
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids. Each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
やっぱり旦那さんはこと結構好きだったんだよね。開かない。あと行ける場所はチェスチェス。これは明らかに魔導書ですね。今回のコンセプト的にオカルトグッズを集めても産地を投げ捨てるつもりはないので読みません。お、筋肉チェックいいよ。鍵、画廊の鍵。
strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
最初は嫌だったんだけど、
I could use one of those.
いやもういいよと。
A strange Amerindian pendant.
そしたらこれオカルトグッズですね。オカルトの上がり方が半端ねえっていう。
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
I found this drawing of a dagger. Did you come across anything like it in your reading?
Perhaps. I saw several daggers in the ledgers. I could always check. What I didn't find, however, was the slightest reason why I should help you, Detective.
I don't need your services. I can manage all on my own, thanks.
Do it then. Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this with...
これいつでも選択できるんで読みません。画廊の鍵をこれですね。担当
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
というのがありましたが、いろいろとこうやってあるんですよ。で、奥の絵を調べるとイベントが始まります。で、
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
どれだったかな。確かね、このナイフ、この担当を手に入れる。もうね。
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
油補充。これを調べると紹介します。これはヘラクレスか、もしかして。小さい子のヘラクレスはでもヘビじゃないよな。アヒルだよな。ヘビを素手で絞め殺したっていう。よし。何かが現れました。彼がサンダース氏を殺した。空鬼もしくは空気。称される、クリーチャーですね。
What the hell was that?
動きがランダムなので、まっすぐこっちに来るパターンはこれしない。普通にしない。
This dagger looks different.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
彼女はあれを見ずに済んだようです。こんな目の前でいきなり腕を展示品の担当でぶっ刺そうとした人に怪物に襲われたと言っても、あなた疲れてるのよってなるんで。
It's nothing. I think I just drank too much.
That goes without saying. If you can't tell the difference between reality and fiction, then you're in real trouble.
I ran, screamed, broke a pane of glass. You were in the next room and you didn't hear a thing.
If I hadn't heard a thing, I'd still be in the other room. The door was blocked. I got in as soon as I could. I like to look after my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
まだいったいいい時間と言いますか、こんなもんですね。では7章からは明日ということで、今回の配信はこれにて終了させていただきます。お疲れ様です。